Hey, what's going on, everyone? I know it's been forever, and kind of I've been really slacking on making videos. I haven't made a single video since the LSU Pro video. I've really been slacking. I need to make some bros videos. Haven't done that at all. I know. For starters, I think it's only fair that I start this video by saying congratulations to Clemson fans out there. Clemson owns. I know there's several others that are subscribed to me. I think don't really remember your fan. I know Clemson owns from last year, so gotta give you props, buddy. You guys came out, you outplayed us, outcoached us. We had a few opportunities to win that game, but we weren't able to pull it out. I'm able to capitalize on those opportunities because you guys were just a better team, like I said. Our defense, they got gashed completely in the first half. They played inspired football in the second half. The defense did, but overall, in the end, that offense that you guys have was just too much for us. Final score, I don't remember the final score. I know the margin was 7 points. That's all I remember. I don't remember the final score exactly. I was at that game, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not, but yeah, I was at that game. Had some really cool Clemson people. Like I said, I know the Gamecock fans on here are not going to like this, but I've never had a problem with Clemson fans. I always get along really well with Clemson fans. I don't know. I met some cool Clemson girls. Met some cool Clemson, some old guys from Clemson. They were really cool. We sat down, talked some football for an hour. Really cool guys. Wish we could have pulled that out, but we didn't. In Mississippi State, we got completely throttled by them. Well, I don't know what that was about. It was 28-10. That was just, I have nothing to say about that one. But losing to Clemson is one thing, but get completely blown out by Mississippi State is just, and that's another. Granted, yes, Mississippi State, they've made great strides with Dan Mullen, but that's still the school that you should beat. When you lose to them, put it this way: you lose to LSU, Alabama. It's like, okay, you lost to LSU, Alabama. You lose to Mississippi State. It's like, okay, it's time to turn this program around. I'm not trying to insult any Mississippi State fans out there. That's just how it's always been. For instance, in 2007, Saban's first year at Alabama, Alabama lost to Mississippi State. It was, okay, why did we hire this guy? That was the initial reaction amongst a lot of Alabama fans. I know it was, okay, we hired Saban, lose Mississippi State, something's wrong with this picture. Granted, we were able to turn it around very quickly, but that was the first reaction. And all of us in Mississippi State the same year, that year, I remember. We lost to Mississippi State that year too, and it was the same reaction. Okay, we lost to Mississippi State. This can't happen. And then last week against LSU, almost pulled that out. I know it almost doesn't count, and I'm not going to sit here and count a moral victory. I'm not going to be one of these dumbasses that's going to come up here. Oh, we only lost by 2 points. You didn't cover the spread. Haha. So what? Screw that. They won the game. Yes, I was pleased with our effort. I was pleased to see us almost pull it out at the end. But we didn't. LSU was able to pull out. And I know a lot of people will say, well, that's because LSU's, the reason the defense looks so good is because LSU's offense is, just not playing very well. That could be. And well, it is true, but give our defense credit. They made a lot of key plays. Last year, they made a lot of plays last week that they would have never in a million years made last year. That was just what I saw last week in the LSU game defensively was night and day from the LSU game last year. Yes, and they got gashed in the first half, but they played inspired football for the most part in what they played, the whole game. I gotta say, I was very pleased defensively. I mean, yes, they made. I can remember they giving up a few big runs to Spencer Ware. There was a few coverage issues, but overall, they made plays. They made really good plays, but they were very well tackling in the open field, which was really great. And I was very, very pleased to see the youngsters, Josh Holsey and Enrique Florence, making plays in the open field as well, in coverage. That was really good to see. Really, really good to see. Offensively, we're just not moving the football. We're not moving the football against anyone. I mean, yes, LSU's defense is spectacular, but it's just we weren't moving football against them, at all. It was awful. And I know a lot of people want to sit here and blame on Frazier. Give Kyle Frazier a break. He's a sophomore. For crying out loud, he's a true sophomore. And I'm not going to sit here and say, he should be given a pass for everything. Of course not. But people forget just how much time it takes, especially in the SEC when you're competing against future NFL talent. It's going to take some time. Jason Campbell was pretty bad his sophomore year. He did not have a good sophomore year. But it's safe to say he had a pretty good senior year. That's just how it goes. But offensively overall, I have not been pleased with a single game so far. Defensively, I can't say I've been completely pleased, but last week defensively I was very pleased with the efforts of our defense, and I think if our defense can continue improving like that, I think we have a good chance to at the very, very least win 6 games. If our defense can continue to improve like that and keep the offense in the game like that, I don't see why there's any reason why we shouldn't win at least 6. I know that kind of sounds like a Ole Miss type of goal right there, to win 6 games. But at this point, with the state of what we are right now, being 1-3, I would gladly take a 6-6 season with the way things are going right now. Like I said, if our defense can continue to improve week by week, I don't see why we couldn't manage to win 6. Offensively, the offense is just a mess right now. Needless to say, I just have not been very happy with Leffler's play calling thus far. Your job as a young quarterback is to get him comfortable with the offense. And he did it a little with the LSU game, and I give him credit, he did. Your job primarily as an offensive coordinator for a young quarterback, those short passes, get him comfortable with the offense. He didn't really do that very much. He kept going, long passes. Well, when you do that, and then when you do that, you have a higher probability of getting picked, and when you get picked, with a young quarterback, it shakes your confidence. This is how it happens. Now, like I said, to his credit, he did call a lot more shorter passes against LSU, and that built his confidence. Another thing that's really just, I don't get, it baffles me why we run this play. I really don't know. Every defense can see this coming a mile away. That sweep of McCaleb. Now yes, when it works, it is amazing because McCaleb has tremendous speed. But it seems like we call that every other play. Why? And do you really think it's going to work against a defense like LSU or Alabama, who are amazing against the run, and you're going to try to call a sweep against them? Why? Oh, okay, yes. McCaleb has got great speed. So yes, and I'm not against speed sweeps. I love the speed sweep, but to call it every other play, that's what it seems like. And another thing, I know I'm really starting to ramble. I'm sorry for this. It's been a while. We gotta make up for lost time. This was the problem in the LSU game too. We were doing so well going I formation, right up the middle, kind of old school Auburn football, if you will. And then, when you do that, that's when you want to break out a play fake and throw it deep if you want to. That'd be a perfect time to do it. But no, what do? After about, 4 straight plays of, 10 yards up the middle, what do? A speed sweep with McHale, broadcast spread. A defensive LSU sees that coming a mile away, and they gobble them up every time. Every time they did that. And it's only going to get worse when we play teams like Alabama. Well, I don't get that. I'm not against that play per se. I'm against the timing of it, because, like I said, it seems like we call it every other fucking play. I don't get it. I really don't. Tomorrow is a much-needed bye week. I don't use the term off week because I like to think that we're not taking it off. We're working. Hopefully we are working. But it's a much-needed bye week. We won't lose tomorrow. Good news, Auburn fans. Auburn will not lose tomorrow. And then next week we got Arkansas, who's, in my opinion, has been the biggest disappointment in college football. I don't mind saying it. And people can say what they want about Auburn, but, honestly, did anybody really expect anything from Auburn anyway? No. See us 1-3, okay, I didn't expect us to be 1-3, but I didn't exactly expect us to go to win the national championship either. So, to see us 1-3 is not like the biggest shock in college football. To see Arkansas 1-3, that's ridiculous. It truly is. It's a testament to the coaching of John L. Smith, in my opinion. Because, honestly, losing to UL Monroe in overtime, that was bad enough. Granted, okay, yeah, that was our one win. We beat them in overtime. We beat UL Monroe in overtime. But Arkansas, you lost to UL Monroe in overtime. Lose 52-0 to Alabama. Which, that's ridiculous. I know Alabama's good. I know they're amazing, but 52-0, they beat you like an FCS team. Come on. The 52-0 is a score Alabama traditionally puts up against the Georgia Southerns and, Western Kentuckys of the world. That's what they made you look like. I'm just letting you know that's what they made you look like. And then you lose to Rutgers. I give Vandy and Kentucky kind of crap and all that for making the SEC look bad in football. You were really making the SEC look bad in football. And I'm not really one to really toot my SEC horn, because I really don't give a damn about SEC pride, but that's just laughable. The fact that you were a preseason top 10 team and losing that badly to Alabama. And I know, like I said, Alabama's a great team, but 52-0 is a score that teams like Alabama traditionally put up against Georgia Southern. And then losing to UL Monroe and Rutgers. I don't know. Having said that, you guys play us at a good time, noon, which is 11 o'clock Auburn time. We're terrible at that time. I don't know. I'm gonna wrap this up soon. I'm really starting to run this, going at 14 minutes an hour. Sorry about that. This is mostly to let you all know I'm here. I'm gonna try to make videos on a weekly basis from here on out. I'm gonna try. I really am. I'm gonna try to mix in some Braves videos as well. Just close to playoff spot. So happy about that. I would have liked to see us win the division, but whatever. Win the playoffs. I can't complain. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to make them on a weekly basis. Because I know I really haven't done it. I know there's really more Auburn fans who are being represented. I know Auburn's really not being represented on here, so I feel like I need to speak up. But yeah, I got some good games. I know Auburn's not playing tomorrow. Sounds like we got some good games. I'm looking forward to seeing the Georgia-Tennessee game. That's always a good game. I know Tennessee isn't much this year, but that's always a good game, good SEC battle. And which, by the way, speaking of this, I'll probably make another video for this, but the SEC East is wide open. I tell you, I really thought the West. I thought the West. This was going to be the year, because I said before that Florida. I said to my friends, watch out for Florida. The whole summer, watch out for Florida. Watch out for Florida. And here they are. They're 4-0. And honestly, I think they beat LSU next week. LSU has not shown as much as good as I think we were. LSU was, I don't know. That East is wide open. South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. That's very interesting. And as far as the West goes, man, Alabama. And you guys are a machine. Next time I wrap this up. Thanks for watching. Take care, y'all.